Welcome to the Lost Lowdown Podcast 142 with your hosts Claude and Justin.
What's up, guys?
We are back continuing our Season 3 commentary series with episode 312. Justin, would you please?
Avion.
Oh, there it is. Nice and Frenchy.
How do we say it? Help me out. I'm bad at
Avion in English. Pair Avion, please. American English.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
Why is this episode so French? What's up with that?
Why is it so French? I guess calling it airmail would have been not as classy.
Right.
You know, it was a little too on the nose. Because, I mean, it's not like Danielle, comes into the episode and, says par Avion.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
French
that's a good point.
Now,
French makes it nicer.
Claire is a French name.
You're right. It is.
That's a weak connection.
Extremely weak, but nonetheless true. You're right.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me of a personal anecdote that I can share with you. So over the holidays, I was talking.
Great segue. I'm gonna use that for everything now. That reminds me of a personal anecdote. It's a great way to start talking about yourself.
Well, I don't normally do it, so I felt like I needed an introduction.
Yeah, no, it was great. Justin's personal anecdote segment.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a regular thing, but when it happens, it's special. So anyway,
stick for it.
Over the holidays, I was talking to my mom, and she has this it's a chimney, but it's not really a chimney. It looks like a chimney.
It's more of a metaphor for a chimney.
A lot of houses have them. They look like a chimney, but they don't actually function.
Okay.
So what she has in there is this fake thing that looks like a fireplace, but isn't. There's no actual fire burning. Maybe you've seen them. They sell them at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. It's it's
like
just
ceramic or something.
Imitation flames. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But it also puts off heat, to kind of sort of emulate the idea of having a fire. So anyway, it was the first time I noticed it, and I was like, oh, when did you get the fake fireplace? And she was like, could you please call it faux?
Yes, I remember this story, this personal anecdote.
And I was just like, why does faux make it better?
Yep.
It just means the same thing in French.
Yep.
But it's the same idea as what you're saying. Par avion just means by air. It's not it's not that fancy.
Listen, would you rather meet up or would you rather rendezvous?
It's a good point.
Would you rather eat from a lot of different options or would you rather have a buffet? I could do this for a lot of other words.
You're right. It's just weird. It's weird how French just makes it classy.
Well, it's interesting how she exemplified that very pointedly.
Yeah.
She could have just said, okay, yeah, but the fact that she demanded it was proving the point that it is people substantively feel that that elevation and having it be, I think, not just a different language, but be French.
Right. Specifically French.
Yeah.
It automatically adds class. I guess it's just funny because, I lived a couple years in Switzerland, and in French, those words aren't fancy at all. They're totally boring, normal words.
Yeah.
I mean, to them, fancy words are English words.
Yeah.
So it's very strange.
Well, it makes sense from the perspective of the stuff you're familiar with, which would be your language,
right?
Your language don't have that extra weight because you use them all the time. You say fake for everything, but if it's faux, it reminds me of pleather. You could call it fake leather, but pleather is somehow a better version of that.
Yeah.
But I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Faux. Yeah, like a fake fireplace is when you just get a cardboard box and light it on fire. You know, but a faux fireplace, you know, is like what she had, like this whole contraption.
Please, it's a faux fireplace.
Yeah, it went above and beyond what a fake fireplace is.
Yeah, this is, please, show some respect.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess like that's what this episode title is doing. It's just like, we could call it airmail, but it sounds better to call
Airmail sounds like a horrible title.
Yeah.
It's like a horrible name for an episode.
It does. I hate it already.
Yeah, you want to see airmail?
No, please. It just makes you think of Air Bud.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, Air Bud. Like, yeah, no, nobody wants that.
Yeah, no one
Although, Vincent's not quite different than Air Bud. I bet Vincent can play some basketball.
Vincent could? Oh, man. Wow. We would have got to that episode eventually if they didn't get that end date.
Right? Yeah, Vincent just... he just finds like a basketball, and he just comes. You know, it's one of those suspenseful scenes where something's rattling in the bush.
Yeah, of course.
You think it's the smoke monster. Okay, no, it's just Vincent, but he's spinning a basketball on his nose. and then Hurley's like, "Is that Vincent with the basketball?" And then they have a quick shot of Vincent like dribbling, and it looks all fake and weird. And they cut the Sawyer, like a toothpick falls out of his mouth. Zoinks!
That doggy can dribble.
That's what I call a dribbling doggy. You know what they say when you see a dribbling doggy? Your show has jumped the shark.
And they spend the whole episode like challenging Vincent to one-on-one matches, and
they all lose. Everybody's losing. Yeah, and then you finally get like one person who's like, I used to be a basketball player. Like that's their red shirt secret, and like.
And then it's like a suspenseful like sports drama where it's down to like the last basket.
I like to think it's Cindy.
It's Cindy.
At first she was like, I just came to watch, and now she's like, I just came to play.
I'm here to dribble.
I'm here to win. Yeah. And then she like puts on a bandana for no apparent reason. And,
she loves those fucking bandanas.
Gets serious about playing some basketball.
That's when you know Cindy means business.
Put on a bandana.
It's her uniform.
Wow. Well, enough about the best episode of Lost ever. Let's get to Par Avion.
That was such a crazy segue from airmail. So this episode happened.
Yeah.
I kind of remember this episode. I remember like having like not high expectations for it. Usually the pattern is like, because Enter 77 was pretty good. And I tend to think of like, if the last episode was really good, the next one's gonna be like, you know.
Yeah, it's a seesaw. They kind of have a seesaw going on.
Yeah. I mean, they're sort of the good enough, like kind of middle of the road episodes, and those can follow each other just fine. But when they have a spectacular one, they often seem to go in the other direction for the next one.
Yeah, and part of it is, I think, naturally that usually a really great Lost episode has a lot of action.
Yeah.
So you need that time to like rest before they get, unless it's, you know, the last couple of the season where they're gonna have a run.
Ramp it up, yeah. That's an exception, definitely. The end of the season, but more like middle of the season, which is where we are right now.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what you expect, and we sort of have that pattern here. But I remember being like pleasantly surprised by this episode, so we'll see how it plays now.
I remember this being very disappointing. That's my biggest recollection is, this one ruined it. And I think I know why. I also remember this one being Claire's famous, what was it? So famous, I forgot what it was. You know, the note in the boat, the note on the bottle, the note on the ball of the boat.
Is that this episode? I thought that was in season 2.
No, I think it's this episode. This is the one where she does the note, right? Like she finds it.
Yeah, but it's on the bird. She puts it on a bird.
Oh,
That's
she
why
puts
it's
on a
airman.
bird. Oh. Oh, was that season 2?
Yeah, I think that
Oh,
was
maybe
season
I
2
missed.
with the bottles. Yeah.
Oh. Well, okay.
Yeah, and I think Sun said that. Or maybe it was Kate. I don't remember. Anyway, I think
It's
it was
got to
season
be.
2.
Come on, it wasn't Claire. I have a strong. Maybe I'm
Okay,
thinking,
maybe it was Claire.
or
I
maybe
don't know.
this is what I'm thinking. Is Claire in this note? Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's kind of a similar idea to the bottle. It's just a bird this time. They could have called it bird tail.
They're like, what's another B word we can put the male with? Oh, bird. Oh, fine. Just write it. What are you asking me for? I don't know. How many more episodes do we have? This season will never end. We got to get ABC to shorten our seasons, or else I'm out of here. That's Behind the Scenes with Carlton and Damon.
The bird is going to be a main character unless you give us an end date.
So, can we please, after this podcast, just record, like, you and me playing Carlton and Damon having discussions about the show? And then never do a podcast again, because I think everyone would want us to do that forever.
I think you're right.
I think, how do we not thought of this before? That's the funniest thing ever.
It would be hilarious.
No, Carlton. Sawyer has to be looking for a tree frog. Another kind of frog won't do.
We did a boar. The natural next step is tree frog.
You agree with me?
You don't go boar lizard. You don't go boar any other kind of frog. You go boar tree frog.
Tree frog.
That's how the pattern works.
Classic pattern.
Classic pattern. And what did we just have in the last episode? We had a cat. What do you do after cat? Cat, bird. Everyone knows.
Bird.
Cat, bird.
Everybody knows.
Cat, bird.
Go from a 4-legged cat to a 2-legged bird. That's just how it works.
2-legged bird. I feel like I've never heard anyone describe a bird as 2-legged.
As soon as I was saying it, I thought it was awkward, but I was like, it's accurate.
It is accurate, but it's so strange. What are you looking at, 2-legged bird?
Yeah, is that a quote from Foghorn Leghorn? It's got to be in one of his cartoons.
It's like, how many legs do you want me to have?
Yeah, it's
I'm
like,
a bird.
Is there a 3-legged bird I don't know about?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll do our Carlton and Damon behind the scenes podcast. We gotta do that. That's hilarious.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious. Those two. Oh my god.
All right, so back to this episode. Segue.
Yes.
A tangent number 2. All right.
Right. Let's have a tangent about this episode.
Yes, a long tangent. All right, you ready?
If we can. Yes, I'm ready. What am I ready for?
Almost ready.
Oh, are we starting a video?
Yeah.
Time? Okay, cool. I am ready. More or less.
Well, I'm almost there. Come on, let's see. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, everybody, get ready if you're going to sync up with us. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Previously on Lost.
I don't care what Jack
said. I owe him something.
God, they played that again.
She apparently doesn't owe him listening to him.
Clearly not.
That's the one thing I don't owe him.
I love how he throws the
yeah, because he wasn't even in any way trying to hit Saeed.
No,
even though he should have been.
I agree.
But they couldn't fake it. They couldn't fake it enough.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it's a huge glass.
It is, yeah.
Oh God. So this is what my disappointment with was this episode. This is where it dies. Speaking of dying.
Oh, what dies?
Flashes before your eyes storyline.
Oh, okay. You think it dies here?
Doesn't it?
Interesting. What do you think happens in this episode?
Good question. Maybe I'm forgetting this whole thing.
I feel like you're expecting something really crazy that I don't even know.
All right, we'll see.
All right. So, Claire's got black hair, so that means this is a long time ago.
Oh, I thought this was another woman who looked like Claire.
Oh, you're right. It's her evil twin.
Here's a way out.
Yeah, that works.
Somebody wasn't wearing their seatbelt.
Mm-hmm. Mommy? Mommy?
Good day.
That's a great transition. I was dreaming about my mother being fatally injured in a car crash, but I woke up to good day, so I feel better. I prefer to be called a little person.
Didn't Charlie? Wasn't there an episode where Charlie stole the baby and everybody was upset?
Yeah, no one's talking about that anymore.
All right.
Aperitif. See, it's a French episode.
Nice.
You've been so depressed all week?
Why? He wasn't in the episodes?
Oh, I guess because Desmond told him he's gonna die.
Oh, yeah, okay, that little thing.
I wasn't, yeah. I don't think they agreed to those titles.
Yeah.
Especially not Jin. Who are you and what's this baby? You don't expect right.
Ouch!
I know. Sick burn. Sick burn. I was going to mention the blast door map, which was also not accurate.
Oh, jeez. What did he say?
Yeah, what did he say? He said something about the C4.
He just blamed him for the thing exploding.
He blamed him?
Yeah, Jerry, he blamed him.
Who blamed him?
Who's doing the blaming? All right. Sorry, people are talking.
If you'd have warned me that the basement was rigged... Okay. Okay, you're right. He blamed Saeed.
So then, back to our discussion last podcast, Locke never saw the explosion.
That's what he claims.
Okay, you're right. That's a good point.
But I feel like he's lying. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. Locke's been known to lie a time or two. Damn it, Desmond, what are you doing?
I know, you just ran over here and interrupted our perfect day.
That was so weird.
It was comical.
It's like, yeah. He's like a shitty Scottish Debbie Downer. Yeah, you really look like you want to go hunting right now.
Yeah, you want to go hunting. And then Claire's distracted by birds.
Yeah, I know.
She's never seen a flock of birds.
It's a flock of birds. Birds.
Oh my God, you're both idiots. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, it's really hard to take seriously.
What's going on? This is a weird scene.
Is that really like? Are they gonna go to credits with that? That was awkward. Wow. And what was the reaction that Charlie and Desmond had? I didn't really understand it.
Well, Desmond was getting serious that Charlie needed to come hunting with them.
Right. And I guess Charlie knows that means like he's gonna die or something.
Yeah, it's tied into his visions.
Birds.
So going off on I think I know how to get us off the island is. It's not a horrible thing to cut the credits to as a thing to say, but just the way the scene played out, it was a weird thing.
Yeah, it didn't really seem
And
believable.
they're not trying to get off the island. I feel like we're settled in, right? Like no one's
Right.
active trying to leave, except for Jack, I guess. Like
Yeah.
all kind of like used to they're having picnics. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're not actively trying to seek to get off the
It's a
island.
crazy idea to throw out. And I feel like as soon as I hear like Claire's plan, it's like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
First we cut the fish,
Uh,
then we get the birds, and
the
then we
birds.
get rescued.
There's a lot of things before you even get the birds.
Yeah, it's like
Rescue a step 100, guys.
we can't even just grab a bird.
How do you know birds eat fish and they fly?
How about instead of seizing the day, you seize the bird?
That's a great response to seize the day. I don't see the point. Have that in Latin.
Yeah, ouch. Dharma? Yeah, not really. Mum.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So you were driving, so you're the one who went through the windshield? Oh, but you couldn't have been because you're not dead.
Right.
He's not a good cop.
You hit each other.
He looks like he looks like um I can't remember his name now. Ethan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at him. Like when he looks straight. Doesn't he look like Ethan a little bit?
Uh, okay, I kind of see what you mean.
I,
The far away shot convinced me more. Kidnap you later.
yeah, right.
Smoke monster? Yeah, the smoke monster's not coming.
What if Smokey was the water?
Every time they drink the water, I'm thinking they're drinking the magic water.
Oh, right.
Like, we're all Jacob now.
Yeah, they could be. They just don't know they have the powers, so they don't have
Exactly.
that.
Because they only have them if they believe they have them.
Right?
Oh, I don't care what he said. I don't remember his face.
Also, you guys have been busy.
It's true. It's weird. There hasn't really been a good opportunity for that. Like, you ran away,
I
and you came
nonchalantly
back
thought
and
you
you
were
were
dead
like,
this
did he
episode.
kill all your friends?
Yeah, I nonchalantly thought you guys were just killed. So.
Oh, right, that line.
Uh,
The others just lie all the time, even though I never talk to them.
he was almost starting to tell the story. Let's see. Because the island moves.
Oh, God, he brings up the list. I forgot about that part.
But she is on the wall.
Here it is.
The one who brought my people here?
Mm-hmm.
So he confirmed indirectly that Ben is not who recruited him.
Yeah. I didn't remember him being that specific, but this is what makes me think Jacob might have been involved.
What's he referring to?
That he used to be in a wheelchair.
Well, I mean, in terms of the John like I knew was in a wheelchair.
I think he's referring to the fact that when he crashed on the island, he could walk again.
Oh, but he's not saying he ran across him in some other period of time where he was in a wheelchair.
No, I'm assuming like the John Locke I knew from the files.
Ah, okay.
That's my guess. I mean.
Wow, this shot.
Oh shit! This is the first time we've seen this.
Wow, this is like craziness.
This is a huge deal.
Right, what happens here? Yeah.
Wow. I forgot they showed this in this episode.
Ah. With the Blu-ray, you can really see the detail. There's a lot more back there that I saw.
Best quality ever. Well, you're at the fence. I don't know.
Just the last scene, he was like, I don't think that map's accurate. Now he's like, good thing I brought us here.
Classic Locke.
Wow, Jin made a whole thing.
Of course Jin can catch the fish. Catch fish? Come on.
Is my name Jin or what?
Yeah, that's like the easiest thing ever.
Oh, that's for catching the birds.
Oh, right. They're going to use the fish to catch the birds.
Yeah, they already got the fish.
Yeah. Presumably they had to catch the fish first, but...
They skipped that part.
Yeah. Luckily.
I turned out to be a killer.
I like to break glass statues.
And blame it on other people. No, she got promoted to head of the library.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Yeah, she was a librarian. Now she's the Prime Minister of Australia.
Perhaps you've heard of her.
I assume they have a Prime Minister.
I'm pretty sure they do. They're part of the Commonwealth.
Of course, the Commonwealth.
Never forget
for the good of us all. So Intrepid fans would recognize her, right?
Recognize who?
Recognize her from when Christian shows up at her house.
Oh, you're right. Yes, good point.
Christian shows up the night that he ends up dying.
Yeah, you're right.
Because that's his daughter. We'll forget that.
It's easy to forget.
Yeah.
It's kind of a crazy reveal.
Yeah. But no. It's just I just find it better with the things she can.
He's like Doctor what's his name from 30 Rock.
Dr. Spachimin.
Yeah. I like to think she can.
But she
no.
destroyed her ears in the accident.
She doesn't actually have ears anymore. We had to sever them.
They're keeping her alive. Ooh, somebody's paying medical expenses. Ooh, is it our socialist government?
It just might be.
It just might be.
Surprise reveal. Socialism works. Thank you.
Lost.
The ending no one expected.
Just a big advert for socialism.
Oh, thanks, Desmond.
Yeah.
Desmond's just like ruining everything.
I know. Wow. And then he just runs like it's like comical again.
Jen's right.
He doesn't even know what he did. What? He doesn't even know why they're upset.
I know.
But he's apologizing. It's so weird. Like, he doesn't know that he scared away birds. This is the Scooby-Doo episode.
It is.
You know what? We didn't get the bird.
I want you to understand, Desmond, you need to understand what's at stake here. And that's me catching the birds.
Listen, there's only 8 birds ever, and if I don't catch one of these, we'll never have another chance to get the birds.
It's just really hard to buy into that drama.
Yeah, it's great. God damn, Saeed, you're so smart.
Of course.
They're pylons.
Oh, Mikhail.
I love Mikhail testing him. Mm-hmm. He literally is like, you tell me, smarty pants.
Yeah. Let's see how right you are.
Oh, he could have also said that the EMP knocked him out. Because he just used that excuse for the sonar.
Oh, that's true.
Or the beacon.
That would have been a good lie.
Yeah. But maybe like that would have raised the question of why are they working? Because the EMP should have knocked them out.
Right.
Now we should ask that question. Why are they working? The EMP should have knocked them out.
Yeah, no, that's not a question that we can.
Oh my God! Electrical zapping and electrical humming.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Locke again making bold decisions that backfire.
Yep, totally. And it's what he wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, thank you.
It totally backfired.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's how he died.
And that's how he died. You're right. We'll never see him again. Oops. Sorry.
Oh my God. Why is that his voice?
First.
It's
Why
horrible.
is he the first?
Like that should have been. I feel like that should have been a bold move, but it.
That's what I'm saying. Like he makes the bold decisions when they're the worst.
The wrong ones. Yeah.
Why should we? We need it. Was there a discussion? Nice.
To coin a term.
Yeah, they put it in quotes in the caption. Oh, number 2.
Oh shit! He just did it again.
Wow.
That's crazy. Climb a tree, climb a fence.
Oh, this is great. Kate's always climbing.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. So he did
Wait,
know.
you can't stand corrected on your own thing. That makes you lie.
That's funny.
That's
I
a
think
weird. You can't say I stand corrected when somebody catches you in a lie.
That's what he said. Oh, you're right. I was mistaken. I did know, didn't
Yeah,
I? Hmm.
yeah. So you can do I stand corrected when you make a mistake,
Right.
not when you do something on purpose.
Yeah, yeah. It's a Weasley thing to do. But I think that settles it. He did know.
Yeah. No, he knew he was lying.
Yeah. So again, come on, Locke.
Come on. He talked to Desmond.
Yeah. Not Desmond again.
I don't want to advocate false hope. Wow, that sounds like a lie. Such a cumbersome thing to say. Like this? Is she just like
Oh,
around
oh,
his
you want
throat?
to see overreacting?
You mean the screaming and yelling? Yeah.
Oh,
I always feel like she gets the worst end of the stick when she kicks Charlie out because now it's like, no, I got to take care of the baby by
yeah.
myself.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Like Charlie was helping.
Charlie can just go hunt boar now.
The American Doctor? Hmm.
Uh-oh.
Hope it's no one we know.
We don't know too many American doctors. I mean, it's not Jack, right? Wouldn't that be
What?
crazy? Oh,
TV's Christian Shepherd.
and America's brain explodes. TV's Christian. Oh, I'm more than a doctor.
Yeah. Doctor, father. I feel like I have so many titles.
I smoke monster. It's Christian Shepherd.
Shepherd.
I feel like now he should flashback.
I totally agree. And that's the thing they never did. The third level flashback.
Yeah, you're right. They could have
Oh,
done that.
it's so cool. And oh man, we should cut together like a version of that where we just take characters in flashback and then like flashback and their flashback.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Do like Inception, like 4 levels deep.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. All right, we're building shit. This is like the raft.
Yeah, this is the fun part of Lost.
It's a lot easier than the raft, but
It's
still.
just like they discover something mysterious. They have to work together to figure out how to
Mm-hmm.
get information. Like it's great.
That's when Lost is fun, definitely.
Yeah. Also, we need that C4 for something else later.
Yeah, we got plans. They felt like they had to bring it up.
Yeah.
Of course, Kate goes first. I'm gonna monkey this.
Initiate monkey mode.
Monkey mode.
Yeah, I feel like Dharma spent like a lot of money on this fence, and there's more than one way around it.
Yeah, and this is the thing that made everyone say, like, why can't Smokey just fly over it?
Yeah, he just never thought to.
Yeah. Oh, damn, good idea. It's a little too late, huh?
Well, Smokey can't like push down a tree either, right? We've never seen him do that.
Oh, he could. Yeah, he can't do anything involving trees. Trees are like a weapon against him.
Because screw ladies first.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd the foam go?
I'm so very... Yeah, the foam's gone. Continuity error.
Or maybe foam,
Oh, I guess that's what that yellow stuff is supposed to be?
Yeah. He's breathing.
Yeah, it's such a conspiracy theory. I guess I thought he was dead at the time, although I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I think I thought he was dead mostly because it looked like he died.
Right, yeah.
Don't expect that the fence wouldn't kill him. So
yeah. They give like the TV cues that he's died.
Yeah. And he gets to sit there and they get to look at him. You know,
yeah.
If they didn't pay any more attention to it, then it'd be a little more suspect.
Yeah.
I think Desmond and Charlie are having an affair. I think that's the only explanation
That's kind of what it feels like. Oh, you're going hunting. Mm.
Yeah, they've been hunting together. Uh-huh. Yeah, I see.
Maybe you got caught in a net.
Caught in a net.
Is she? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess she's in a tattoo shop, but she's not a tattoo artist.
I was just gonna say, like, tattoo artist, really? But yeah, piercing's probably a little easier.
I can pierce a note to the birds.
That's totally it. That's the connection. Cup of coffee with TV's Christian Shepherd? I think so. Forever until, the afterlife.
That one night. Well, I guess he didn't see her, but yeah.
But I guess that counts as being out of your life forever.
Yeah.
Or until the smoke monster takes my form.
Yep.
If that counts. And I say it does.
That's weird.
Yeah. Everyone thinks
I died. I died, and my body was brought back to an island. Then a man in black took over my form.
Do you remember?
What, you forgot me? How dare you?
I'm talking magnets.
Yeah. It's called ginseng, and I can sell it to you also. That's a weird way to describe his actions. Quick, police, police! He came all the way over here to get me to kill my mom. No, not exactly.
Then she gotta come back. You know what else? I got more.
That's true. That's weird. That's weird on you.
It's Christian Shepherd.
How does she not know his name?
I think they have to say this so that she never makes the connection with Jack.
I would have given them the benefit of the doubt that just because she meets two men named
Two shepherds, it's not obviously the same
that
one.
are both doctors.
But if she knew his whole name and she said he was a surgeon from LA named Christian Shepherd,
yeah,
I think it would start to seem a little less crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man, she's pissed now.
I feel like that's Desmond's mischievous backpack.
It is.
He's wearing it this episode, and he's up to no good.
Always causing problems for everyone.
Yeah, it makes him feel more like a kid too. Like he's like little backpack Joe.
You're right. Totally right.
Like he's on a little adventure.
Uh-oh.
It's a bird.
He's trying to get a bird.
That's my plot this episode. Oh, I remember that shot.
I know.
They all got soaked.
Sorry, bird. I didn't mean to slash you in the
face.
It's like, this sucks. I didn't become a Bacter for this. Look, it's hard for me to act with a bird in my hand.
I mean, it's better than two in the bush, but I still can't.
Right to this beach
but
rock.
It wasn't after a bird.
I had a vision of a bird.
It was a bud.
I saw a bird. I didn't want you to hurt yourself getting a bird.
I'm crazy, Claire. I'm here to tell you I'm insane.
In case you haven't figured it out yet.
You see, I was injecting myself with an unknown substance for
it all started
some amount of years. Now I think it's gone to my brain.
Oh, this bird.
She totally put that on herself.
Mm-hmm.
Found a little piece of metal and wrapped it around.
Everything?
About all his visions.
Okay. I'm glad she finished that sentence. Because that'd be a long story.
Yeah.
And we don't even know everything yet.
It's been 3 days since the previous scene. No, he told her everything.
I'm never going to sleep again.
It didn't have...
Yeah, that was weird.
How did he die trying to give him the bird when Charlie was... We talked about this before. I remember that.
Yeah.
He wasn't even trying to be there.
Not at all, yeah.
But I guess he saw some... Ugh.
It was like all the interventions he was doing, like, caused Charlie not to be there, and then he had to get the bird himself. It doesn't really add up.
Maybe that was supposed to be the conversation they had last when, like, Claire's watching from a distance. Like,
oh, maybe so.
Like, hey, I had a vision of you getting this bird, so you stay here and I'll get the bird.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. That works, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
We now know she's older because she's pregnant.
And, yeah, she's got her normal hair back.
And normal hair.
It's weird. Kate's mom was sick too.
Oh yeah, you're right. They have that in common. Didn't really think about that. I'm Australian.
Just to come out as Australian. I'm from a land down under.
With an Australian baby.
Surprise, surprise.
The psychic told me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's pretty reliable.
Yeah, yeah, so she just saw the psychic? Or is this before she saw the psychic?
If she decided to give it a... Oh, good question. I guess it's not clear, because I think she was going to give it away before she saw the psychic.
Yeah, then the psychic says, don't give it away.
Don't give it away.
And later he says, give it away.
Do give it away. Goddamn psychic. So wishy-washy. When you come to Los Angeles, please don't hire Ben's lawyer. I know that doesn't seem relevant now, but it's really an annoying plot point.
This would matter a lot more if we knew who the mom was as a character.
Yeah, it's kind of a hole in this whole story. We've never even seen her before, and the first time we meet her, she's like lying face down. So it's just like, yeah, it doesn't have a lot of weight.
Yeah, and she's apologizing, and we don't, we don't know why she's.
Unlike with Kate's mom, where they do have an established relationship.
Yeah.
So it works a little better, I think.
To whom it may concern.
Yeah, that's
really formal.
Very formal, but fine.
They're wasting all this time describing what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you say Oceanic Flight A15, people should know what that is.
Yeah, they're gonna get it.
It should be a worldwide story.
They know you're all dead already, so calm down.
Exactly.
He's reading the Fountainhead?
I'm glad we had the exact same reaction.
Wow.
At the same time.
I never noticed that before.
I never caught he's reading Ayn Rand.
Wow. That's crazy.
I don't know what to think about Sawyer now.
He's an objectivist.
Well, he's at least got limited options in reading. I think that's the very least.
I'm going to assume he agrees with every word.
I like to think he's reading it for counterpoints against it.
So if I remember right, you can tell that he doesn't actually put the note on the bird.
Yeah.
And
I like to think as soon as she lets the bird go, it's gonna get a shot of the sky. Desmond.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you that was your bird.
Oh, that was your. Oh.
I just wanted to shoot some.
I was just
hunt.
out here hunting birds.
Oh wow, what poor timing.
But there were conspiracy theories that that he didn't put the note on like intentionally to try to like hide it.
We'll see.
Yeah, let's see if we can see it.
Yeah, it's in his hand.
Yeah,
it's right in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a little sleight of hand.
Yeah.
That bird's like, you will never guess what happened to me, guys.
Oh my god, I have a story to tell you. Yeah, so this is the thing. This is the birds. They got their own problems.
That's
where this came from.
Oh my god, we just circled back around to the birds got their own problems.
That was it. Like when he got into there, it was like, oh my god, you guys.
Wow, I'm glad I had the same thought process.
I know, I love that. I was wondering when I was going to bring it up. That was perfect.
Oh, that's funny.
Because that's like a Lost Lowdown thing that I think we never stopped talking about.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, because I'm sure the birds have been flying around this time barrier,
Yeah,
unable to escape the island for a long
absolutely,
time. Oh my
absolutely.
God, this ending! Oh
I
my
remember this
God,
ending. Oh
this ending
shit,
was great.
this is really good.
This
This
was a
is really
great
good.
ending.
Who's that other on a bicycle?
And he's like running towards them, like he's gonna escape.
Yeah, but then the fake out. This is so lost.
Catches a
Oh
ball.
my god, that's so
I'm just like,
lost.
he's playing recreational sports. And then Tom,
Yeah, yeah.
Kate's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
And he's like, he's like making funny faces and like,
I
like,
know.
oh,
He's getting way into it.
that. Finales aside, that's one of the like top 10 episode enders, man.
It's a really good
It
ending.
completely just makes you look like Kate looked.
Yeah,
You know, you're just like,
absolutely.
I am. Last time we saw Jack, he was being taken somewhere against his will,
Hmm.
and now he's having fun playing football.
He's loving it. He has no idea anyone's watching.
Yeah, it's so great.
That's crazy. That's totally crazy. I remember. I forgot that was the ending of this episode. I remember all the theories that came out when that ending came on, and people were like, "Oh my god, they brainwashed him, or he
Yep.
turned, or like it was this whole crazy thing," because it really does make it seem like he's totally into being there.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's loving it, because it's like, wow, he's not only is he playing football, but he's
integrated.
like,
Yeah, he's not just like passing time. He's
yeah.
like actively having fun.
Yeah, he's doing a dance, like a celebration dance. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. It's totally crazy. Yeah, that's great. Great ending. Well done. And very lost too in the like the we see the village, we see the bicycle, then we see Jack running,
Yeah.
then he catches the football, and then he spikes it. It's such a good build of like, what's going on? Oh shit, Jack's in trouble. Oh, what?
Yeah.
You know, like it's a great roller coaster that
Yeah,
just
it's
takes
not
like a few
enough that they
seconds.
flip it. They're really good about not just flipping your expectations, but like building up. So it's like,
Yeah,
oh, we see the barracks. That's surprising.
yeah,
We haven't seen it before, but it's like we're expected. Then
yeah,
we see, oh no, Jack, he's there. Okay, we didn't expect to see him right away. And then it's like, oh, he's trying to escape. Great, perfect timing. And then
right,
it's like, no, he's actually there having fun.
right,
And not, not only is he not escaping, but like he's having a great time. Like they
right.
just build on that and
Yeah,
turn it more.
yeah, yeah. It's great. And then yeah, you're right. We're totally we're the Kate is the audience.
Yeah.
Like we have the same reaction, and so it puts them in the position of the audience, which is great because we've been following them there, and so
Mm-hmm.
we all get to react at the same time.
Yeah.
It's yeah, you're right. Great ending. Great ending. I'm gonna say, okay, the bird plot, not the best.
Yeah.
It wasn't horrible, but it was pretty clunky.
Yeah.
The flashback had Christian in it. I think that saved it.
That did save it.
Like he can
2 out of the 4 scenes were Christian scenes, so it got
exactly.
saved.
Yeah, I feel like if he just walks, it was the same thing with the Ana Lucia flashback from last season. Like
Yeah.
he walks into the flashback and
It's already
it's just
better.
automatically.
It's just already better. He didn't have to do anything. It's just
He
already
really
better.
didn't. He really didn't. And so like when you have that and the other stuff, the stuff with Mikhail, the journey there, the sonic fence, Mikhail's seeming death,
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
climbing it. Locke's got C4 and we don't know why.
Yeah, Locke makes a bold move, which is the wrong move.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Locke throws it in, and then that ending, like, not bad. I'd say that was a pretty good episode. Now, what were you thinking of earlier?
So the thing I think I was talking about ruining it was this bird thing.
The
and
bird thing.
The whole flashes and Charlie supposed to die and seeing the bird and Desmond getting it. I just remember not liking that and it just being all over the place and not making sense about what he's seeing and why he's doing what he's doing. And I think it did still it is the worst part of the episode, that storyline, the birds. And I think the way they play Desmond makes it really awkward and
Yeah.
comical.
Yeah.
And because he's like running around vamping behind the scenes, like he's on the corner of every scene vamping
Yeah.
and doing weird stuff,
Yeah,
and it's
you're
just
right.
like, why is this so strange? Why does it come off very unusual?
Yeah.
It's almost like it's because they want us to stay on Claire's side of the perspective, and they don't want us to
Hmm.
be, even though we know what's going on with Charlie and Desmond, they don't want us to hear the particulars or like actually have the camera on them
Right.
when they're talking. I don't know why though. I don't know why they don't seem to want to do that, but yeah, they make this strange distance, so it makes Claire seem weird that she's upset at them, and Desmond's like, "Oh, did I just accidentally ruin something? I ruined on purpose?"
Hmm.
And it's just a weird, and the audience isn't really in on it,
Right.
so we don't understand why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Besides the general idea that he's trying to help Charlie.
Right. Yeah. No, it's a good point. I think it's a Claire centric episode, and so they're just staying with her point of view, and she doesn't know anything about what's going on, so they just
Yeah.
pitch the episode from that point of view. I mean, they didn't have to do that, but I think that's why.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that it is about her perspective, figuring out what's going on, but it makes, because the audience knows what's going on.
More or less,
Like
yeah.
if we didn't know about the flashes before his eyes,
Right.
it would play like a way more interesting mystery to us.
Yeah.
And I think it would be
Instead
more
of comedy.
serious. Yeah, I think it would be more serious because we think Desmond's doing something serious instead of like. And I think it's partially also because it's juxtaposed with Claire catching birds,
Right.
which is gonna save them on the island.
Right.
Like whatever
Yeah.
serious thing he's doing, it's interfering with the bird catching. So it's just a weird.
That's what it's at
thing.
stake. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That it makes the whole thing seem comical, and I don't think it's supposed to be like that hilarious. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, even the idea of Desmond hunting is kind of funny to me already.
Yeah, right. He's like, "You're hunting boar here at the beach."
Yeah, I just don't buy it. Like he never hunts before or after, and so it's just like, what?
It comes off like it's comical because the lie isn't even good. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's like that's the kind of line you have when it's a joke.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I was just hunting boar. You were what?
Yeah, we're supposed to laugh. Like the laugh track goes on.
Yeah, it's like there's just something really hilarious about it.
He stumbles into the scenes and he's just like Kramer, like crashing.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know what Desmond is supposed to do exactly, but to like have a ruse, because I don't know what his thing is. But if I don't know, a Locke or somebody who actually hunted boar regularly was like, oh, I was hunting boar, it would have made more. It wouldn't have seemed so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I feel like he should have done something that fits his character a little better.
Maybe I'm thinking what that would be, and I come up with nothing. I feel like maybe that's why
The only thing I could think of was drinking.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really.
He's got to be like, I was blank. Like, I was trying to blank.
Yeah.
And what would that be? He's not known for doing anything.
Yeah, that's the problem. He doesn't really have a thing.
Yeah. And I guess he has to explain why he has the gun, because he's going to use that later.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Or he used it in that scene.
Yeah.
So he's got to explain why he has the gun. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, like you said, like you won't buy it from him that he was hunting boar. But
right.
Yeah, all those elements just add to this comedic quality to it, which really undercuts
what's supposed to be like pretty serious, I think.
Yeah, and all the other elements of the episode as a whole that make it one, really pretty damn good episode.
Yeah.
Like everything else is the A plus, A-, Lost stuff.
Yeah, that was the stuff that I remember being pleasantly surprised by. Like it was
pleasantly surprised.
Yes, presently surprised, presently pleasantly. Because I really didn't expect there to be so many cool like reveals in a Claire-centric episode.
Yeah.
You know, especially one that's about her catching a bird.
Yes.
So like I wasn't expecting that much, and so definitely delivered. And I think even this time like it was pretty entertaining. It was pretty well done. It wasn't quite as exciting as Inter 7/7, but it was for a follow up like pretty on par.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it totally executed the next step. I feel like what Lost does sometimes is like there's big episode like Inter 7/7. And then in the next episode, if we go to that group again, they're just like in the jungle on their way.
They're waiting. Yeah, they're just
And they don't actually get it. But here they actually arrive, to their destination, which is like, wow, I can't believe we even progressed that far.
Yeah,
good. And with an intriguing reveal about what's there.
Yeah, and it's a great group. I mean, it's Locke, Saeed, totally. Kate, Mikal, and Danielle.
Yeah,
go to the barracks. That's the beginning of a fun story.
It is. Yeah, it's almost like the Lost All-Stars. Like
it is. It is a weird pair. Yeah, and they're going to rescue Jack. Yeah, that's a great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely working, and that's why I felt like when at that scene at the end of Trisha Tanaka, when Kate goes out to meet Rousseau and then Saeed and Locke show up, it's like, okay, finally the show is like back on track. Something interesting's happening.
I wonder why Sawyer didn't go. I wonder why they didn't write Sawyer going, because he's not. I mean, he gets to wrap up the whole thing about his stash. That's about it so far. Episodes. I don't know why they left him behind out of this adventure.
Yeah, they definitely could have written him in. It would have worked, but because they don't. You're right. They don't do that much with him.
Maybe Sawyer's personality with like, it's too many. With Saeed and Locke, like it's too many alpha males in terms. When it comes to like making decisions on what they should do, like it wouldn't give enough breathing room for this kind of like. Let's do this, let's do that kind of stuff between certain characters, and with Sawyer being a little more proactive, it doesn't give Locke a chance to do certain things, like push Mikal into the fence.
Right.
So yeah, maybe I wonder if they would just say it didn't help the dynamic they were going for.
Yeah.
Because he's not doing much at the beach, losing at ping pong. I mean.
Yeah, I mean if that counts. It was. I don't know. I mean, we did get bottoms up Skeletor or whatever. I mean, that was a fun moment.
But that was before Kate left, I thought.
It was really close to when Kate left. Okay. I think when he gets back, she's gone. So like that's sort of how he missed the boat.
Okay.
Like he's kind of not there when they leave.
That's right. Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, it's a little bit circumstantial, but they didn't have to write that way. But yeah, I don't know. I guess they do kind of mix it up sometimes. The groups that go off and get adventures.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are some people who are in the groups more often than others, but
yeah.
But they try to change it up. I mean, it's sort of like they had a list. Okay, whose flashbacks are going to be on this trek?
Yeah.
And those are the people who are coming. And Sawyer, you're done. Until, the infamous episode coming later.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty good episode. It was better than I remembered.
Oh, and just to pick up the thread, I mean, we mentioned it, but just to reiterate, Mikal says Ben did not recruit me.
Yes, and he also said he started to say a man came up to him, and I feel like if that man was Ben, he would have said Ben because they know who Ben is.
Yeah. So that's what makes me think it was Jacob.
Yeah.
He says the man who brought all my people here. I don't know. It's a little weird, but I'll just throw it out there.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's more likely than not. It's more interesting too. So.
Oh, but the problem, right? Sorry,
Oh,
I forgot about the
wait. There's a
problem.
problem.
Yes, the list, the infamous list.
Oh.
Because that's the thing he brings up. He's like, you wouldn't understand because you're not on the list.
Yeah.
And they're bringing it's seemingly, I would think, it's the same list that Pickett was referring to when he said Shepard's not on Jacob's list.
Yeah.
Because he says they're not on the list either. And he says they're not on the list because they're flawed. They have all these negative qualities. I'm sure they thought this was really clever later when they revealed that the candidates were chosen exactly because they were flawed.
Mm-hmm.
But I was wondering what they're going for here. This is a path that I feel like they did not follow through on. This idea of the others are a chosen people and they're supposed to have this moral purity and they're chosen for that reason.
I think that's where it goes wrong, is the beginning of the idea. um, they start in quicksand. Because I think for it to make sense, it can't be that. I think that's how it's projected by the others who we're using whose details we're using for this theory or for this description of the others. But I feel like it's wrong. I feel like they can't have been chosen because they're morally superior, because none of them are. In fact, most of them are really, really bad people.
Right.
So, in terms of the leadership of the others,
yeah, definitely.
the higher ups. So I feel like the answer may be more like they're self-righteous because they were chosen. Like they don't know why they were chosen. They assume they were chosen for this noble thing. Like if you're chosen for something noble, then you might assume that means you're a good person. So I feel like they're assuming it means they're good, which also then means everyone who's not chosen is bad, are flawed. But I would have to say that's just not right.
So
that's their misinterpretation of why they were chosen.
Yeah, so this isn't something Jacob told him. This is the sort of party line about why they're chosen to be others.
Yeah, exactly.
This is their interpretation of what they have in common, what their quality is.
So except for the Dogen stuff, which probably ruins my theory, let's keep that separate for now for this discussion. But I would say Jacob never. I don't think it makes sense to say that he came up to people and said, "I'm choosing you because you're good." You know what I mean? I think he chose them. He told them that maybe the mission, and they assumed that meant that they were good people.
It seems like it should be tied in with the fact that he brings people to the island to prove Man in Black wrong, that people are inherently bad.
But no, see, I feel like this is him bringing people to the island for the candidate to take over, right? Because this is in recent history. I feel like that game of are humans intrinsically good or bad?
It's over.
It's either over or that was just the first millennia that they were around. But now Jacob is bringing people to the island for a more specific reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that anybody he directly contacted off island is about the second part of his mission, which ties into getting a successor.
Mm-hmm.
Because he brought the Black Rock there just by sheer will.
Right.
I feel like that's a more appropriate thing to do for the contest, for the bet, is just to sort of more or less randomly
draw them in.
People. Yeah, draw them in over time. Maybe Desmond got drawn in, that kind of thing. But but the people he actually came and appeared to and touched and stuff, I feel like was more specific to his end game.
Right.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But okay. So all that to say that um like Mikhail's line here, he's a magnificent man. Like all this, like Jacob's not that great. Like we know some things about him. Is he that magnificent? Like I don't think so. Like what has he done that's great?
Well, I agree with that, but I mean, I feel like the others are supposed to kind of worship him.
Well, that's my point. Is that they're not to be trusted.
Oh well, okay, fair enough. Well, the Russo did say
describing.
everything they say is a lie, so
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's their mythology, and he's just explaining his mythology, but it's not necessarily accurate. And I think my point is, Mikhail saying we're all great and our leader is great, and you're not great because you're not on the list is just it's not objective fact.
Right, right. No, I agree, but it is notable that Pickett said the same thing. It makes me think it is sort of the others, slogan. Like it's what they say to each other. It's what they believe collectively.
Yeah, and I think it's a great thing to, it motivates them to do this work for free.
I guess Goodwin sort of said that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what he says about Nathan or whatever, the guy he killed. Like he wasn't a good person, that's why he wasn't on the list.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, it seems pretty consistent. But I just feel like they didn't follow through. Like there was never a full, I don't know, exploration of that idea. It's kind of thrown out there and then just kind of disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Because at a certain point, like there's no, I don't know. They don't seem to care who's good and who's bad and all that. It's just like, whatever. We just want to live.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, you have to ask, why does it matter, I guess? And I guess at a certain point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe that's the idea. But, I wonder exactly what they were thinking at this time about Jacob. Since I have my theory of Jacob, morphing or at least like somewhat maybe going from an amorphous thing to a more specific thing over time. Like I wonder exactly what the thought was back then about the list, the goodness and all that stuff with the others. It's always a good out to say that's just what they think. And it's very lost too. But they could have tried to go the other way.
Yeah. Well, the problem is we know the history of the others.
It doesn't really add up. Yeah.
And we know too many others. Were you all good people when Ben murdered Dharma?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a stretch. We don't know about that yet. So
and can you be of high moral fortitude being a murderer?
Right.
Even if this person you follow says, is that morality? Is it objective or subjective?
Mm-hmm.
If your leader says this thing you're doing is good, does that mean it's good?
That's a good question. You should ask the others.
Yeah. I'd ask Jacob, but he wouldn't tell me.
Yeah, they'll tell you Jacob never tells us anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of self-delusion here.
But I think again this there is something weird to me about the fact that like Jacob has personal interactions with random others, but Ben never gets to see him.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels a bit, I don't know, inconsistent. Like, I guess it's fine, but I wish we got more on that than what about you?
I think that's, more than anything, I think that's where they really should have done something else. I was just thinking it would have been interesting to to have a scene where Ben's like, you never visited me, you never came to recruit me, and have a scene where like Jacob does come to Ben at some point in his life. I think part of the problem is Ben's been on the island the whole time,
Right.
so it's not the same kind of thing of Jacob going off island to find people.
Yeah.
And Ben, I guess, was corrupted by getting healed.
Right.
But
Forgot about that.
yeah, don't forget about that. But I feel like there could have been some scene when Ben was off the island where Jacob was going to recruit him, and then he saw Ben do something, and he's like, like if there was some moment that Ben disqualified himself, and then Jacob could have said, instead of "What about you?" he could have said the moment that Ben got disqualified.
Right.
You killed Alex.
Yeah.
Or you, I don't know, destroyed Dharma.
Right.
And that would have been a great line.
Yeah.
What? You didn't want me to do that? Like, that would have been great.
That's sort of what I wanted to hear. Like, what exactly... And that's exactly what Ben's asking. Like, what did I do wrong? What didn't you like about me? What was my problem, But of course he has to end it with, what about me?
Yeah.
And that's, what else can you say but what about you?
Yeah, it's just, if you know you're about to get killed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the thing. It feels like contrived to push him into murdering him, but like I just want to know, and I don't know. I mean, I guess there was no opportunity in season 6 for him to really talk about that, but it's because it's such a crucial plot point. In terms of the story, I feel like it should be a little more explained.
I would have loved if after Jacob died, he would have told somebody that this was part of his plan, that he knew, like, the only, like, yeah, he could, have somebody take over for him and keep the smoke monster, Man in Black, trapped for another generation or 2 or 20. But the end game was going to have to be the smoke monster getting destroyed, Man in Black getting destroyed, and he like, it would have been great for him to basically say, yeah, I knew Ben was the person to get me killed, and I needed to push, like, Ben, that was your role this entire time, was to be to turn into such a despicable person that you would kill your own leader.
Yeah.
That's what I needed from you. I needed you to be that evil.
Yeah.
That's why I never talked to you.
Yeah.
Because if I would have, it would have pulled you closer to me, and I didn't. Right. Like, that would have been great if he had his own loophole, like his own master plan, that he realized that he needed to play at the end, because Man in Black was going to at some point outsmart any of his people on the island.
Right.
Because he had all the time and experience to do it. Yeah. They're playing on his home territory, Yeah. So anyone who comes to the island is going to be at a disadvantage. So Jacob's like, okay, I need to help these guys win. So I'll, like, get myself killed, which will help, this, maybe that helps make the light cave accessible, whatever, like, part of these chain of events would start with him dying, and he's got a certain amount of time to be around and get a successor in line, and that would set it up for Man in Black to lose his power. Then somebody could, like, it would have been nice if that was part of a plan.
Yeah.
And not just, oops, it happened, and now let's see what we'll do.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. That I would have been satisfied with an explanation like that. And in a way, like, then Ben could feel bad about killing him for, like, multiple reasons. Yeah. For the reasons he already felt bad about doing it, and because he realized Jacob did care about him, but he had to do what he was doing because he was actually a big part of Jacob's plan.
Yeah.
And so, like, retroactively, he could appreciate that, oh, Jacob did, care about me. He just picked me for,
a horrible reason.
A horrible role where I had to never talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been nice, but, they didn't tell us that.
No, they didn't.
And so, yeah, I'm just left with, what about you? And it's like, well,
what about you? Oh, Jesus.
Thanks, Jacob.
All right. So, anything else on this episode?
It's interesting that I mean, in an episode like this that I mean really doesn't have much to do with the Jacob Man in Black thing. Like it, you know, this is the early days of Jacob coming up, so it's interesting that that stuff's actually relevant, and it's not just us rambling about that stuff again at the end of another episode.
Yes.
You know?
This time we're on topic.
Exactly. I love that. But anyway, yeah, no, that's it. It's a good episode. I gotta, tip the hat. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Good stuff. So anything else on the episode?
Let me think. Was there anything I wanted to throw in? Let me see. No.
Yeah, a lot of good moments.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's it.
All right. Well, until next time, thanks and namaste.
Namaste and good luck.